Brand new Marvel's Wolverine gameplay just surfaced, and it is a big one. A full boss fight against a towering prototype Sentinel, and it looks brutal. So let's break the footage down and answer the real question. Why is Logan, in a game set before the X-Men even exist, going toe-to-toe with a mutant hunting robot? The answer runs straight through the villains we already mapped out. Let's roll the tape. One fast thing before we dig in. We are inching toward our first 1,000 subscribers. If breakdowns like this are your thing, tap subscribe. It is free and it means the world to a small channel. That is the whole ask. Now let's get into the footage and take this fight apart piece by piece. Here is the clip. Right away you can see the scale. Logan is dwarfed by this thing, a massive humanoid machine looming over him in the middle of an enemy facility. This is not a swarm of small enemies, it is a single, towering boss, and the whole space is built around fighting it. Everything about the staging screams set piece. What Logan is fighting is a prototype Sentinel. In the comics, Sentinels are giant robots built for one purpose: to hunt mutants. And this early, unfinished version is exactly what you would expect at the start of that program. The fight takes place deep inside the facility where captured mutants are being held. To understand why the machine is here at all, you have to know who built it. Look at the details on screen. Up top, a boss health bar literally labeled Sentinel Prototype, confirming exactly what this is. Below it sit Logan's own meters, tracking his health and his rage. And notice the glowing orange sections on the machine. Those are your targets. Insomniac is using light and color to tell you where to hit, guiding you through a fight this size without a single line of dialogue. Meet Bolivar Trask. In our roster breakdown, he was the powerful industrialist abducting mutants with a private army. He is not a superpowered brawler. He is something scarier. A rich man with a genius for weapons and a hatred of mutants. And here is the key fact. In Marvel lore, Bolivar Trask is the inventor of the Sentinels. The entire mutant hunting robot program begins with him. So the moment Trask is your villain, a Sentinel was always coming. It is worth explaining just how big a deal Sentinels are. In the comics, they are the ultimate mutant nightmare. Towering robots programmed to track, capture, or kill anyone born with the X gene. Whole dark futures have been built around them. The most famous X-Men story of all, Days of Future Past, shows a world where the Sentinels won, and mutants are hunted to near extinction. So seeing the very first prototype get torn apart by Logan carries real weight. So why a prototype and not the polished purple giants fans know? Because of when this story is set. Marvel's Wolverine takes place early, before the X-Men are formed, before the mutant war goes public. A finished Sentinel would break that timeline. A prototype fits it perfectly. You are watching the Sentinel program in its first experimental form, and Logan is smashing the first draft before it can ever become an army. Watch closely and you will notice Logan is not fighting alone. Mystique and Sabretooth are in this battle with him, a direct nod to Team X, the Black Ops past that ties this whole roster together. At one point, the player taps a button to call in a sniper shot from Mystique that staggers the machine, opening a window to strike. It is a small touch, but it sells the idea of a squad taking down Trask's newest weapon. There is a wrinkle worth flagging. One of Logan's partners in this fight is Sabretooth, his oldest and most vicious enemy. In this early era, before their rivalry curdles, they are reluctant teammates inside Team X. Watching them cover each other against a shared threat is a clever bit of setup. It lets the game show a partnership we know is doomed, and lets fans feel the tragedy of it before the knives ever come out. As a fight, it looks like a patience test. The Sentinel hits hard, so you dodge and parry its heavy attacks, then punish the openings. This is not about mashing, it is about reading a giant and waiting for your moment. You wear it down by targeting weak points across its body, chipping away until you can unleash. And with Logan's rage building the whole time, you can feel this fight climbing toward one thing: a finisher. And the finish does not disappoint. Logan climbs the thing, tears into it, and bursts straight through the Sentinel's head. It is savage, cinematic, and exactly the kind of kill this game has been promising. That single moment tells you what Insomniac is going for. Brutal, up close, unmistakably Logan. A giant robot built to end mutants, torn apart by the one mutant who simply refuses to die. Here is why this footage inspires confidence. Insomniac made the modern Spider-Man games, and their giant boss fights from Rhino to Dr. Octopus are some of the best in the genre. Big, readable, and cinematic. So, a colossal Sentinel duel sits squarely in their wheelhouse. If any studio can make a 50-foot robot feel fair to fight and thrilling to beat, it is the team that has been perfecting exactly this for years. Beyond the spectacle, this fight matters for the story. It plants the Sentinel program as an active threat, which is huge for a mutant universe. Even a single prototype hints at what Trask could build next. If Insomniac ever expands this world, this is a foundation stone. The moment the machines first turned on mutants, with Wolverine standing in the wreckage of the very first one. And if this is only a prototype, it raises an obvious question. What comes after? A working prototype means Trask's program is just getting started, which leaves the door wide open for bigger, deadlier Sentinels later in the game. It even teases a name longtime fans will recognize, Master Mold, the Sentinel that builds other Sentinels. Whether the game goes there or not, this fight makes the threat feel like a beginning, not a one-off. And the reactions from hands-on previews have been strong. Writers who played it came away calling the combat uniquely Logan, praising the exact blend of scale, gore, and control this Sentinel fight shows off. The game is still on track for September 15th, 2026 on PlayStation 5, which means fights like this one are a lot closer than they feel. So, why is Wolverine fighting a prototype Sentinel? Because his villain invented them, because the timeline demands an early one, and because there is no better way to show off a brutal, tactical boss fight. It is the whole game in one encounter. If you want more Marvel's Wolverine breakdowns as new footage drops, subscribe and help push us to that first 1,000. Tell us who you want covered next, and we will see you in the next one.